Oh, are we starting? No. Oh yeah, XCOM was the other one that was oh shit, we're actually starting.
자, 경기 시작됐습니다.
Anyway, yeah, XCOM. If anyone hasn't gotten XCOM, I highly recommend it. It's really fun.
빨간색 진영 한번 그렇죠.
And Faster Than Light's really fun too. Anyways,
자, 박수
we're finally in game number 2! They didn't even do like a fancy intro or anything, just right into the game. So, I assume the colors are going to be the same this time, with Pusan being yellow, and, what's his face? Sky being red.
지정을 많이 시켰을 것 같고요. 네, 그렇죠. 3전 2선승제이기 때문에 이번 경기 지면 끝입니다.
So yeah, we are going to be... Actually, wait a minute. We're on electric circuit right now. The live report thread said the second map was supposed to be Jade, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe the live report thread was just mistaken. Whatever the case, we are on electric circuit. Which is actually interesting because this is a flat map, no ramps, so this could actually give a slightly different dynamic to Fighting Spirit and to Wind and Cloud, which I believe is just a standard now a ramp into your main kind of thing. So we saw Sky last game go for some pretty early aggression there with double mana pylon, unable to do too much damage. Doesn't look like he's trying anything like that this game, at least not yet. And if he hasn't sent out his probe by now on a 4-player map, unlikely that he's thinking about anything crazy. That's a curious gateway positioning that Sky has done at the top right there. He's kind of blocked off the top of his minerals, and looks like both players getting gas around about the same time there. I'm always wary about having my production facilities kind of like stuck on the sides of the map and things, and with next to minerals, because oftentimes if you're not careful, you can just accidentally trap units or have them spawn in weird locations. So I mean, I'd much prefer just using like tech structures or pylons to block off my minerals, you know, from scarabs and whatnot, which presumably is the point of that, or part of the point of that. But I mean, you know, as long as he knows where he's placing all his buildings and doesn't do that, then he should be fine. Anyway, looking at the score, yes indeed, Pusan is yellow, and he's actually scouted cross map here. He's not going to see anything. Sky, on the other hand, looks like he's scouting close positions and scouting in the correct direction, so he's going to have a scouting advantage here. Neither player doing anything crazy. Both of them just going straight for their Cybernetic score. Both have actually gone for a core first this game, whereas last game they both went Zealot first, in fact, which is very interesting. Because this map, in fact, is possibly even more, you're more vulnerable to early attacks, since you just have a pretty wide open choke there going into your main. But looks like they're both pretty confident about it. I mean, on 4-player maps, it's generally safe to go for core first anyway. And it looks like Sky's probe trying to be a little bit annoying here. Probably not going to do too much. Yeah, just going to run away there from Pusan's probe. And what is that noise outside? Sounds like there's a marching band outside or something weird. And ooh, Citadel hidden on the high ground. Anyway, if you guys hear random noises, I apologize, and there's nothing I can do. Something going on outside. Anyway, I guess they're just celebrating the SSL finals here with us in spirit. That's actually quite cool. I didn't know that you could build a pylon on the low ground there and power the high ground. So that's actually quite cute. And I'm not sure if Pusan's going to be able to see that in time. I mean, you know, on this map, usually careful Protoss players will send their probe up into the high ground anyway, just to have a look. Oh my god, that Dragoon is faster than the probe though, it might catch it. It might catch it, and especially if the probe doesn't go on the high ground. The probe does see the pylon though, so he might be suspicious about that pylon. I think that probe is actually trapped now as well. Yeah, unfortunately that probe's just going to be there for a while. There's no way he's going to cancel his archives to get that out. That would be ridiculously bad. But it is going to be... Oh, is that 3-gate? Oh no, Pusan has gone for 3-gate Goon against a DT rush here. Now the thing is though, he could throw down his Robo fairly quickly here. Going for 3-gate obs is not that uncommon. In fact, in my opinion, going for 3-gate obs is in fact probably the best stable kind of safe build that you can do on an open map like this. But I don't see a robotics just yet. He needs to throw down that robo immediately if he wants to be able to defend these DTs. Even if he does throw it down right now, I think he might be very, very close. Might not even be in time. So this is looking very, very bad for Pusan. This could just be a bit of a build order loss here for Pusan, unfortunately, and that would mean we would go to a game 3 if that did happen. I'm still looking at the minimap, but he hasn't thrown down the rowboat yet. I think he might have just thrown it down. There's another building by his gateways now. I think that's the rowboat. Yep, there it is. So the rowboat just now going down, but the archives is, I think, was that finished or almost finished? So there's no way. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's no proxy gateways, so it is going to take a little while for the DTs to walk over. It looks like if you can snipe a goon, that'd be quite helpful as well, but not going to be able to do that. But yeah, I mean, Pusan's just going to have to buy as much time as possible here. It's inevitable that he's going to take some losses, and of course, Sky doing the very smart thing here, expanding behind. He was also very aggressive with these initial few units. Now, so, some of you might be like, well, why is he doing that if he's already low on units by going for the DTs? But by being aggressive, by putting on pressure with the early units, he actually kind of fakes out his opponent, acts like he's not actually investing a lot in the tech, where he actually is. So it kind of disguises the DT rush a little bit. And there is the DT moving in. I don't know if Pusan's seen it yet. Even if he has, I'm not sure exactly what he can do about it. The observatory is not quite there yet. I think he knows about it. Yeah, okay, now he's been hit by the DT. Now he knows exactly what's going on. So what is the reaction? All the probes are being pulled. The Dragoons are moving in. His Dragoons just want to do as much damage as they can, basically, right now, because he's got no detection. So he just wants to move in, kill all these Dragoons, and then try and kill as many probes as he can. Looks like the probe actually doing a good job. A cool little blocking pylon there. Going to let that DT get a few extra swipes there. I think he would have ideally liked to block it off a little bit better, but looks like Pusan's just scattering his probes all over the map. Just look at the minimap right now. The probes just going every which way here, while the Dragoons try and micro down as many probes as they can, and just run around and try not to take too many DT hits right now. He's just waiting for that observer to get back, trying to do as much damage as he can until that gets out here. And I think the observer should be getting out shortly. Yep, there is the observer. One Dragoon at home. Note though that he does have to make sure he has enough Dragoons left to kill the DTs as well. Doesn't want to take too many of these DT hits in the main base. And it looks like all the probes are coming home now. The Dragoons still in the main base here, trying to do some damage. Of course, taking advantage of the fact that they do run slightly faster than the DTs. They do have the range, of course, so they can kind of dance around here and get some free shots off on the workers. And there's no point in Sky making Dragoons because they'll easily get picked off there. Ooh, very unfortunate for Pusan getting a Dragoon stuck there on the back on that back path due to those neutral buildings. Pretty common to see on this map, although not so much in this kind of situation. And getting a few free swipes there with the DTs. Those DTs do so much damage to a swipe. Really don't want to take even one additional hit from those. And oh man, I don't know why he's dancing around here. He's got an OBS already out, so he just needs to run back and get that OBS. And there we go, finally rejoining the OBS. Gonna get a couple of these DT. I think he's gonna get both of them. Yeah, but the DT snags another Dragoon right before it dies. So now he's moving back forward again. And actually, this counterattack for Pusan might be very effective. There's no cannons up. I'm very surprised by this. Sky electing to go for additional gateways rather than get a forge and get cannons, which is more common when you're going for this kind of DT into expansion opening. I'm actually very puzzled by this. I mean, this is just part of Sky's really weird style, and he has lost games, previous games in the semifinals and before that, where if he just made a few more cannons, like especially in that game number 3 against Larva, that amazing game on Wind and Cloud, he threw down a bunch of extra gateways when he didn't need to. And if he just made some cannons, he would have been fine. But in this case, it looks like he doesn't actually need the cannons. He does have enough goons from those additional gateways that he's able to push Pusan back. And now Pusan is in quite a bit of trouble because that expansion is now up actually for Sky. He's got 4 gateways to Pusan's 3. Pusan, he lost so much mining time. Looks like he also lost a lot of probes here. He's got fewer probes than Sky. So I think even though Pusan didn't immediately die to the DTs, I think it's just a matter of time now. It's kind of a reverse from last game where, one player isn't exactly dead yet, but he's got very little chance to actually win the game. Looks like he's moving out with these Dragoons, but that's probably going to be it here. I think Pusan's just going to throw in the towel when he loses these Dragoons. Yeah, there we go. GG from Pusan. And Sky ties up the series 1-1 here with a DT opening. We are going to go to game 3, which I believe is on Wind and Cloud. I'm not exactly sure. That's what the live report thread says, but of course it also said we'd be on Jade for this map. And yeah, 1-1. One game to decide who's going to take 3rd place in the Sonic Star League number 7, and who's going to be 4th. I don't actually know if 4th place even gets a prize here. Somebody I think said that 3rd place prize was $1,000? That sounds a lot though. Is it really that much? I don't actually know. Maybe the live report thread actually says. Oh, somebody linked the Wikipedia page. That's useful. Well, the total prize pool. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It's a million. Oh, it's a million won. I think that is about $1,000, isn't it? Okay, so I guess it is $1,000. Wow, sweet. Thank you, Muka. Anyway, awesome.